Yo, what's up YouTube? I'm DJ Philly and welcome to Master Crafters. Today we're going to be showing you a collection system that you can use in survival Minecraft. So the collection system we are using today is the 22 item collection system, and what I mean by that is basically it requires 22 items to be in the hoppers here so that the items can flow through the hoppers and go into the correct chests. So if we were to get out some smooth stone here, so now we have the smooth stone here. If we go up to the chest up at top and we put the smooth stone, as you can see, it slowly starts decreasing, and that is because it is flowing through the hoppers here. So we have it at the first chest and it is flowing into this chest, and this is how the collection system works, is by putting items in one chest above here and then it flows down into all of these chests. Now it actually doesn't matter how many chests you have, but for today we're going to be building a 10 chest segment. So that means we have 10 chests, and then we're also going to be building an overflow chest where everything that isn't going to be sorted, like swords or weapons or any type of that thing, can go into the overflow chest. Now, unfortunately, this system can only be used with items that can stack up to 64 because of how the redstone works. So any items like weapons or snowballs, because they stack weapons stack up to 1 and snowballs stack up to 16, will not work in this system, but they will go into the overflow system because they cannot be sorted into the collection system that we have here. Okay, so for today's build, let's get to the item list, and you will need about a stack of any type of block that you want to choose: 10 redstone comparators, 10 redstone repeaters, 20 redstone, 34 hoppers, 24 chests, and 10 redstone torches. Now, I know this type of collection system is a bit high in the iron level if you are playing in survival mode, so you may want to build an iron farm so that you can get a bunch of hoppers for a collection system. Now you may have noticed that I have actually have the chest raised up 1 block here. You do not have to do this. You can bury it 1 block underneath. I just did this so that we can show all of the redstone components here. Now if you are building this exact design, you will first need to get out your block of choice here and make a 11 block row here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then make a second row in front of that with 11 blocks in front of that, just like this. And then you will want to get out your chests here and put 11 large chests on the row that you just created. And now we got that done. Now that we have our blocks in our large chests in, you will want to go to the back design here and go on to the left of the back and then count 1, 2 blocks and then place a line of 10 blocks. Now you do not need a block on the last chest here because this is actually our overflow chest. You can create as many segments as you want, but you probably will need an overflow chest. That way it doesn't mess with the system and clog it up. Next, you can go in with your redstone torches, and in between the chests here and the line you just created, you need to place torches on the side of the blocks here, and just like that. And then get out your redstone repeaters and put 10 redstone repeaters into these blocks that you just created here. So now that we have 10, and then you will need another row of 10 blocks behind the repeaters. And then you can go into this middle row here, and you will need to have this line here go up 1, so we will create that. And then we will need the line going underneath the repeaters here, so we will need another row of 10 blocks like this, and you can just check right here if you have the design correct. Next, you will need to go in between these hoppers here, or the redstone torches, sorry. And you will need to have the hoppers with them facing inside of the chest here. Now this is very important. So like this, and you will need a hopper on this last chest, but you don't need any of the redstone components behind it. Then you can take out your redstone here, and you will need to have redstone on this line right here, which is the back line, and then the one above it. So we will create this, and as you can see, it attaches, and that should be all fine. And then take out your redstone comparators. Now, for this, I do suggest that you stand on top of the hoppers. This way, the two prongs will be facing into the hoppers that we are going to be building. This is a very important step, that you do need these two prongs to be facing into the hoppers. Next, you can go to the front of the system here, and I am on the right side, and you will need to have hoppers facing inside these comparators. So I would recommend shifting and then placing it on the comparator. Now, it may be a little tough to do it on console or to do it on Minecraft PE. So if you do need help, I would recommend replacing these, or temporarily placing the comparators here with blocks, putting the hoppers in them, and then take the comparators and place them back in. Now for the last chest here, and this is the overflow chest, you can place the hopper inside like this because we don't have any of the redstone components behind it. Then you can go over to the left of the design here and create a block pillar until you get to a block above the hoppers, and then destroy this. Then you will need to have a line of hoppers facing the block that we just created. So I will be shifting, and that is the best way to put hoppers in. And then you can go in here like this. And so you have the third line with it going to the left into the block that we just created, and you can break that one. Now to create the chest where we're going to be putting all of the items in, you can go above here, place an additional hopper, and this is included within the item list, and place a chest right here, and this is where all of the items will be flowing in. So you can put the items in here, and then they will flow throughout the system. Now that we have the design finished, we will need to be going into these hoppers here and setting them up so that the collection system works. Now, to have the collection system work, it will have a set item here. So this chest will be a set item, say orange concrete, and then this chest will be a set item, let's just say white concrete, and so on. So we will need to be setting this up in these hoppers here. Now, to set them up, you will need to be getting 18 of the block of choice that you will be putting into the chest down in here, and then you will need to have a probably stack or two of blocks that is not going to be put into the system. And what I mean by that is, if we go over to the collection system that I built, and as you can see, we have 18 of the items that will be going into the system, and then we have 4 slime blocks which are acting on as the blocks that will not be put in the system. So this way the system works, and if the item count goes over 18, it will flow through the hoppers and into the chest here. Now, if you are creating a collection system with all of the items and it is necessary to use all of the items, you can go into an anvil, and for the item that is not going to be used in the collection system, you can rename it to something else. It will cost an XP cost here, so I just named it S, and that way you can actually have the slime blocks here be in the system, and with regular slime blocks, it's a bit confusing, but it works. So all you need to do, if you are creating a collection system of all the items in Minecraft, is to rename one of these blocks here, and then it should skip the block here and go into the correct system. Now, to set up these hoppers here, you will need to be going into the second row of hoppers, and I will be going into the first one, and put in 18 of the block of choice that is going to be putting in the chest here. And then you can take out your blocks of that will not be in the system and put them in the rest of the rows here. And then you will need to be doing this for the rest of the line of hoppers here. So I will be putting in 18 white concrete and then fill them up with the block of choice that will not be used in the system. Now, as for the last hopper here, because this is the overflow chest, this will not need any of the items inputted into it because all of the items will just flow into it manually and be going into the chest here. Okay, so if you did this for all of the second row of hoppers here, put in 18 of the block of choice and 4 of the blocks that won't be used, and the last hopper you don't need anything. Your system is all ready to go, so we can test it real quickly here. We can put in some orange concrete, and as you can see, it's flowing through the system, and it should be going into the orange concrete chest, which I think it's actually this one. And as you can see, it's flowing into the chest correctly. And now if we were to put, say, a beacon in, it will still be flowing in through the system, but because we don't have any of the items that are going to be collected, it will be flowing into the overflow chest. So there we go, guys. We have a working collection system. Now, you may have seen this design in many other YouTubers' tutorials because this is a pretty common design and a pretty expensive design. So I will be trying to work on a less expensive design here using water funnels. So that way you don't have to be using as much iron. So guys, if you do like this video, please give it a like. And if you really do like our videos, please consider subscribing to our channel because that helps us out a lot. Also, if you ever need help with any of our tutorials, you can check out our Discord link down in the description below, along with the other social media links that we have, like Twitter and Instagram. So if you ever want to check us out on any of our social media, they're down in the description below. So thank you guys for watching and have an awesome rest of your day.